A high protein veg Shami Kabab. This is going to melt in your mouth and super delicious. Nobody can say there is no meat in this. So I'm taking about 1 cup of black chana. I'm going to soak it overnight and then add it to my pressure cooker in the morning, add salt and take about 4 to 5 pressure whistles. It's fully cooked. I'm going to drain the chana and take it out in my chopper. Now it's very important that we don't make a paste out of it, but at the same time it's well mashed and still has a little bit of texture. Here I'm using the vegetable chopper and I'm just going to mash it to this consistency as you see. Now to add flavorings here, I'm going to chop 1 onion roughly to the same chopper, add some mint leaves, some fresh coriander leaves and then some green chili for spice. Now green chilies you can add as much or as little as you can handle. I like it spicy, so I'm adding the Thai chilies, about 4 of them. Don't make a paste out of it. You want some texture in the kebab. Add all this in here. Now to give it that typical Shami Kabab taste. Here I'm adding a teaspoon and a half of Aamchur powder, 2 teaspoons of Maggie Masala, 1 teaspoon of coriander seed powder, 1 teaspoon of roasted cumin seed powder, 2 teaspoons of chili flakes, about 2.5 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, a little bit of salt and very importantly a tablespoonful of ghee. This will give that moist and soft texture of the kebab, and when we heat it up, when we shallow fry it, it will give that texture of smooth and tasty inside while you have a crunchy outside of the Shami Kabab. Mix it well. I prefer wearing a glove so that it's easy and doesn't stick to my hands. It's totally up to you. You can see the consistency of how I'm mixing it and your Shami Kabab mix is ready. You can see the consistency, and if you feel there are some extra pieces of big chana, you can always mash it with your hand. Make sure to do this test. You should be able to roll it and it should hold its shape. If this is a little soft, add about 2 tablespoons of besan. This is not roasted besan, this is just regular besan because we're going to shallow fry. If you want the smoky flavor, you can always add some roasted besan. Now my mash was a little soft because of the water from the onions, because we added salt, so the onions started oozing out water. So if you are not going to prepare this Shami Kabab right away, don't add salt. Taste this masala and check for salt. Now I'm going to prepare it right away, so I'm just going to portion it out first in the plate, and I also have a kadai which is heating up on the side. I have about 9 kebabs which I have portioned out, and now I'm going to cover and keep it in the fridge for just about 30 minutes. Now once it's ready, let's start shaping it as a kebab. Just flatten it on the palm and you will see that it will nicely hold its shape, and the Shami Kababs, the vegetarian version, is ready. Now I'm going to just flatten it out, and I have a skillet which is heating up on the side, and we'll be ready to shallow fry them. Today I'm preparing it for a small little get together in my house, and I have this iron skillet which is heating up. I'm just adding about 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm using peanut oil, and once it's nice and hot, add the Shami Kabab. And this skillet of mine is a little curved, so as they fry I can move it to the side and the oil will be drained in the center. So try to do this, otherwise you can use any flat skillet that you have. I just happen to have this, so I'm using it. But if you use an iron skillet, you'll get that even crisp all the sides. Since I've already enjoyed them, these kebabs were a melt in mouth experience. Now they were roasting for about 3 minutes on one side, and I'm flipping them over, and you can see how nice and golden it has gotten on the side which was earlier at the bottom. And these are very soft, and adding the ghee will give you this texture where it is so delicate that you'll be very careful flipping these kebabs, otherwise they'll just break and disintegrate on your tawa. So just give it about 3 to 4 minutes on each side on a medium low heat, and it will be nice and crisp. Make sure if you're making it in a large scale, you can always make these, arrange it in a oven pan and put it in the keep warm setting in your oven or toaster. Once you flip, again add about a tablespoon of oil. These are Shami Kababs. They have to be well roasted. I tried it in the air fryer. The taste was not as yummy as a shallow fried Shami Kabab would be, and which is why I highly recommend you to shallow fry. These are just indulgence once in a way, so do it right, enjoy this. And here you go, it's about 4 minutes since I have been toasting it on the other side, and you can see how crisp they are. These Shami Kababs can be enjoyed just as is, or you can even make it like a burger. You do get these black bean burgers in the market, but this is a better option. Trust me, you should give this recipe a try. Now these Shami Kababs are ready to be taken out. They are very crisp and you can see how soft they are. I definitely had to use another set of ladle to help me flip them so that they don't break open. You can hear the sound of how crisp they are in this video. And now I'm going to take it out to serve. I have taken them out right when I'm going to serve them, and today I have made some lacha pyaj and added some green chutney to it, and that goes very well with them. Along with this, you can add some green chutney on the side. Now I like it spicy, which is why this is the combination I have chosen. You can even serve it with meeta chutney or ketchup. Let me show you how soft they have turned out. These vegetarian kebabs turned out more than what I expected. They were delicious, they were super soft, and you can see how easily they are just breaking down when I use the fork. Enjoy this with the onions and the green chutney on the side, and your guest will love it. You will totally love it. You can always make them and freeze them and enjoy whenever you want. So give this recipe a try, like and subscribe my channel. Follow me on Instagram and let me know how this vegetarian Shami Kabab turned out for you.